This is a test of the Boundary Park alert system. Hello, and welcome to
the Boundary Park Alert System Latics Football Phone.
Oh, well, good recovery, Dave. Good recovery.
Oh, well, we'll just be doing some content, aren't we? So
some jingles.
Jingles, ready to mingle.
Yeah. Welcome to the show, everybody. I'm Matt.
And I'm Dave.
Oh, well done, Dave.
Yeah. Good evening, guys.
Good evening, all. Good
Craig
evening,
Lavis. Dab. Oldham fan, original.
Good evening, guys.
And Eddie Corteen. I wonder if he's part of the Corteeners. Do you reckon?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, how have you been, Dave? How's your week been? Alty away, and you went to the grand final, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Did it do any damage to you?
It's been about 5 weeks since I've been right on it, and I had a few bit of food, but just all day drinking. I got home for about 10, and then I was up at 7 for under 7s football coaching. So yeah, I struggled.
Yeah,
Monday was a dark day. One of the darkest of.
Oh dear!
It's just.
Gets harder as you get older, doesn't it?
It does. And all these people at weekend, all I'm going to say to you with Rochdale away is go mad. You only live once.
But you die a lot of times, don't you, after sessions?
Yeah.
Anyway, so we've got Rochdale at the weekend. We beat Oldham. We're in the draw for the cup. We're in playing Newport. We've got a new manager.
Yeah.
It's all go, isn't it?
Yeah. And we've got like a new signing in Harrison McGee as well.
Absolutely, yeah. Super Harrison, yeah. He got his own chant at the weekend, didn't he?
He did.
So anyway, listen, it's a phone in. That means we need you to phone in. That means
we're also unbeaten still.
I know, 7 games.
Yeah.
There's a link in the chat, and that's the one you need if you want to phone in.
Yeah.
Right?
So the Right Honourable John Bramall, please stop clicking that link and just click the YouTube link.
Yeah, we're going to keep.
But you do it every week, and we'll ban you from the studio forever, ever.
Right, should we get some callers in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Who's this guy wandering around in corridors?
Yeah, he's just like in a high-vis jacket. It looks very officious.
You know, it's the Terminator, isn't it? You know, the Terminator goes into the police.
What, his box of roses?
Yeah, should
not
we bring
the
him
chocolate.
In? Look, there he is walking. It's Terminator.
Tesla.
How are we doing?
What are you doing?
I'm just walking into work.
Should we give you 5 minutes?
No, it's all right. I'm sitting down now. I'm just doing my shopping for the midnight snacks because I'm on nights.
Right.
Did you get any beef paste?
No, I got some sweets, a pizza, and some fruit for $1.05 a day.
All right.
So this is the kind of stuff you don't get on other shows, isn't it? We're just getting a glimpse into Ted's life.
Yeah, well, that's it.
It's like a documentary.
It is. We're the new Louis Theroux.
Yeah. You don't want my life. It's more like a nightmare, not a documentary.
How you doing, mate? You all right?
All good. Plowing on.
So we've got Rochdale at weekend. You going?
Of course I'm going, Dave. Of course I'm going. I live in Rochdale. I can't not go.
So, what do you think then? Are we getting on then? You know, are you happy with the Melon appointment as well?
I were happy to have Steve Thompson in, to be fair. But like I said to you last week, I thought he'd done enough to get the job. I were actually quite surprised they actually give it to Melon, to be fair.
Right.
But I'll go with it. Like I said to you before, Dave, I don't know enough about management at this level to comment, to be fair. Other than that, yeah, I'll get behind any manager. You have to do until I see different. You have to sort of support them until you go 9 games without a win. And then...
Do you agree with?
You have to support them until they get beat off Rochdale 2-0.
Do you agree with Paul Marsh here that he comes across really well in what you've seen of him so far?
Yeah, I've listened to the interviews. He does come across quite well, but so does everybody else. It don't mean they're not idiots. No. I can come across quite well at times. It don't mean I don't balloon at weekends, but...
He's
says.
No.
Says, you there?
Sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm getting a phone call off the wife, but she can wait.
Absolutely bang right. That's priorities.
Hold on a minute. Shall we say we've got Sevilla, someone Keith in Spain?
So
and someone's in Melbourne.
Chris.
Good morning,
Chris Lever.
Melbourne.
Good day, Chris.
Good day, Chris. Yeah.
Good day to the captain. So, Terry, what are your for first manager? Big derby. It's his first game. What is your expectation? Is it a win or nothing else? Or
I mean, I'd take a point if you offered it now, but I think a change in management always brings a peak in performance usually. So I'm hoping we can get 3 points. There's a few people up with a few shouts for starting spots. We're in good form, believe it or not. Seven games unbeaten. So
based on the fact that we've gone 7 games without defeat, if he does lose on Saturday, would you sack him?
Yeah, get him out. Yeah.
I think
it'd be a big payout, wouldn't it?
I mean, because obviously he's doing something wrong, isn't he? So I'm definitely booing if we lose on Saturday. Definitely. I'm gonna take the absolute opposite stance as I did under Unsworth.
What's boo everyone?
I'm just going to be like, if he doesn't win, I'm just going to be like, gotta go. He's got to go.
Did you go to Altrincham away, Tez? Did you go?
I didn't go, no, but I watched it.
What did you think of McGay's performance? I know everyone's been giving it waxy and lyrical, but I thought he did really, really, really well. And he's been. I'm not saying he's the answer, but he's something that we've been missing in that midfield because he was directing play and telling players where to go, dropping deep in to help the defence out. I thought his game, all-round play, was outstanding.
For a first game back after being out for 12 months, you couldn't complain one bit, could you? I mean, if he'd have come off at 60 minutes, you'd have had no complaints. But
no.
He managed to see the game out, didn't he? Which is good. He looked like a brand new signing. Like I think you said it, Dave, didn't you? He looked like a brand new signing.
I don't want to get all down on Harrison because I really do wish him all the best of luck, and I hope he succeeds. But if you remember when he came back and he played that first game against Rochdale, we all thought he was the saviour. Yeah. he's really good on his comeback games.
Yeah.
No, but the point is that he's obviously got it in him, and you know what I mean. He's obviously got it in him. So hopefully Mick
Rathbone alluded to it, didn't he, at the start before the pre-season? He said, "Look, he's going to be like a brand new sign, and he's been out for a year. He's got to lose a bit of weight." And he's had a lot of back surgery, and he is a good player. He's worked with him for a number of years, hasn't he? So,
and it looked like he lost a bit of weight, to be fair to him.
But I'd say about 2 stone, easy.
Yeah, it looks like he's lost a bit of timber.
Yeah. Oh, hang on, we've got someone here in West Virginia and all. God, we're totally global, aren't we?
I know, yeah.
So we're massive.
I'd say massive club, aren't we?
The phoning is massive. Yeah.
So
in more ways than one.
So I don't know how we're doing with injuries. Dickinson. No, not that again. Dickinson and Green, because it could pose a few problems in the midfield. We talked about Tollitt could come in.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Well, he did all right on Saturday, Tollitt. When he came on.
I don't think he did enough. I was on that side where he was mourning all the 20 minutes that he came.
Since he come back, he's not set the world on fire, has he?
He's worked under Melon, though. So, Melon will either stand for it or he'll be gone.
Well, he knows what to expect, doesn't he, if that's the case? It sounds like he's a no-nonsense kind of manager.
I think we definitely need a couple of signings in next couple of weeks, don't we? 100%.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I think, 2 midfielders. I'd like to say a right back, but I don't think Will Sutton's done that badly. I know he's not a right back, but I think he's done a job, hasn't he? You can't isolate him too much.
I think so. I think Sutton. Everyone keeps on saying, "Oh, he's done really well. He's done really well." All right, he's not a right back, but I think he's been really poor in some games. I think he's not been good defensively. He's cost us goals.
I do have to agree, though, Dave. Yeah, he has.
I think he has cost us goals. And if it was anyone else but Will Sutton and he was one of our own, if it was Jordan Clark, they'd be absolutely lambasted. Do you know what I mean? Because it's
great word.
Great word. I just bloody hellfire! What are you doing with them lights? Sorry. I just think he's getting away with it a little bit, because he's one of our own. Don't get me wrong. It's not his position, but surely Mickey Melon, as an experienced manager, has seen it. Paul Murray must have seen it. You know what I mean? I think Tomo's seen it. So there must be someone there who's looking for that right back to get him in, because we desperately need it, because it's going to cost. It's going to cost us against good teams. What's
happened to Freeman? Why has he suddenly just disappeared off the?
I heard that his wife had a baby, and it was because he was living in Nottingham. And so
Tomo didn't fancy him either, I don't think. You didn't fancy him. But I think, when we play against Wealdstone, that Malik down the right-hand side, left-hand side, went for Sutton. Maidstone went for Sutton. In every part of the game, they target that side because he's the weakest point. You need to, and there's opposition, you target your weakest link, don't you?
Tez, got a message from your boss. Should you not be working?
No, not yet. No, shop closes at 10.
Oh, right. It's obviously not your boss then.
I'm here an hour and a half early just to get the hours in.
That's the way to do it, Tez.
So, in midfield, do you think it's central midfield or do you think it's wide midfield that we need? Or do you think it's a mixture of both?
It's got to be a mixture, hasn't it? You can't... you can't rely on Green. He's hit and miss, isn't he? You know in first 10 minutes what you're getting with him, and it's either really good or really average.
Yeah, he weren't up for it. He weren't up for it a weekend, was he? Green? I thought he was absolute pawny, me. To be fair,
he's had some good games in there, but then he's like I said, there's no 8 out of 10 with him, is there? He's either 3 or a 9.
Yeah. That's the thing. There's no middle fairing, is there? We're just going to bring Tom in now. Just 1 second. You ready, Tom? He's Captain's Appreciation Society or Captain's Apprentice. You all right, Tom?
All right, mate, yeah.
Hiya, Tom.
Have you got an apprentice? Is this news to you, or do you know Tom?
I know Tom. Yeah, I know everyone.
Okay. Oh yeah.
We know each other. No,
What do you want
to hear Dave talking about Sutton though, because to be honest, I absolutely agree. I think he's crap, if I'm honest. I think, like Dave said, he gets away with a lot because he is one of our own, and I've been saying that to everyone. Tez will tell you in WhatsApp group every week. He could have a good game, and I'll say he's still shit.
That doesn't sound very fair, that, Tom.
Pardon?
That doesn't sound very fair. Like, if he's having a good game and you're still down on him.
I think his good games are 1 in 7, 1 in 8, which it isn't a good play. You know what I mean? I think he's probably backed up a lot from his team though.
I've got to say that I wouldn't say he's like crap. I just think he's been poor, and I think the defence has done well in the last few games. We're still unbeaten. We haven't conceded that many goals either.
That's it, yeah.
And he's part of that defence. But
Yeah.
I think there is a weak point. I wouldn't say that he's like he should be dropped. I just think he should be played in his position. But I think there's better out there that we could bring in. Freeman, I thought he did okay against Chesterfield. I thought he did get okay against Aldershot. But he is a right back, so it's tough. But I just think he has been poor. And I think if we came up against a really good side, But when we said that Altrincham were a good side, but they went predominantly down the left at weekend, didn't they? Against Kitchen, they focused on Kitchen with Con Clark. So I think we got away lightly, and I think we could have struggled even worse. But his ball retention as a right back needs to drastically improve, or we're going to struggle.
Yeah, Tez, we'll say goodbye to you, mate.
All right.
Bit of background noise there. Have a good night, mate.
You too. See you soon.
See you at the
See you,
weekend.
Yeah, I'm going to leave you as well because my son keeps bloody ringing me here and he's peeing me off, to be honest.
Is he?
Sorry, lads.
No, it's good to have the master and his apprentice on at the same time.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers, lads. See you in a bit.
See you later. Should we bring Gaz in?
Let's do it.
How do,
Hello,
Gaz?
How you do? You
How's
okay?
it going? Yeah,
Not
good.
bad. How you doing, mate? You all right? You keeping well?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I'm getting there.
Good.
I'd like to thank you both for the mention last week. Proper pick me up, that, mate. Brilliant.
Glad about that.
Yeah, that's what it's all
Public
about.
service broadcasting, Gaz. That's what it's all about.
Definitely. Plenty of time for me to vote for that podcast. I must have voted for you about 100 times now.
Fantastic.
Only 100. Only 100. I'm only joking.
Probably more.
What points do you want to make, mate?
Melon.
Yeah.
What kind of football do you think we'll play? Because obviously everything you see on TikTok, anywhere you read, everyone just says he's boring at football but gets results. Would you like to see? Well, if you're paying money to go and watch football,
Yeah.
I know we want results and we want to get up the league, but we don't want to just see a shit game of football week in, week out, do you? Do you know what I mean?
Well,
you want to watch like Gut Springhead or wherever.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think again, I keep trying to come to it from the point of view of think of the squad we had last season. I think and how we started the season. I know we've moved on, but it does take a bit of time. It was never just going to flip from being as bad as we were to being brilliant. And so we seem, we had, like Mark White famously said about incremental improvements and how under Unsworth we weren't seeing that. I think ultimately, if we win in games and we start climbing up, I want to see us win. I don't care, honestly. If it gets us into the playoffs this season and we win the playoffs and it's not been the best, I'll be buzzing, because every time I leave Boundary Park and we've won, I'm happy. I'd rather that than be watching like Harry Kewell games, entertaining games of football, kept losing. You can get to that point where you're winning brilliantly, and I think he's alluded to that in what he said already. So
this has got to stop. Melon will bring the best out of Norwood and improve the team. Norwood is a class player. Norwood just threw his toys out the pram. It's not about Melon. It's just because of the way we were playing with the lack of creativity. If he gets a chance, he'll score a goal. We've got no creativity. Give Norwood chances, he'll score goals. We've got no creativity from Green. We've got no creativity from Shelton. We had no creativity from Sheeran. Lundstrom we haven't seen the best of yet. And Brendan Dickinson, again, I don't think he's fit, or he has been fit for a long while, and he has been struggling. So this Melon will bring the best out in Norwood. Norwood has got to bring the best out in Norwood. But we need service.
In a way. Anyway,
Sorry,
back to your question, Gaz. Where do you stand on that question?
Well, like I said, I want to see us go up. I want to see us get to the playoffs. But yeah, just boring football. It's not. It's just not for us, is it?
But how long is it acceptable for? Because under Unsworth, everyone lost it pretty quickly, didn't they? And
he's got to see his contract out for me at least 12 months. Nothing happens overnight. It's time, innit? I think if he's going to do this season, everyone will be on his back. But he's got to have at least next season as well. And someone's got to keep swapping, changing. Never works. Someone's got to just say, here.
I think with Wrexham, they played bad football and won the league, but Notts County played good football and came second. Now, what would you have? Would you rather be a Wrexham or would you rather be a Notts County?
I'd take the Wrexham.
Exactly.
Exactly. Winning
it's
games
all about
and
winning
getting back into the Football League, then we can consolidate in the Football League and then start playing a style that we're used to. Getting out of this league and starting getting the payments from the EFL is our imperative aim. We have to get up by hook or by crook by a last minute header from Will Sutton or coming up or whatever, just to get it out of this league, because the longer we're in it, the longer we're gonna suffer financially.
People always say, when we were talking about Unsworth and whoever else, it was always you're judged on results. You are judged on results. Yeah. So if you're winning, I think that's why some people found it a bit harsh that Thompson and Redfern didn't get a bit more of a crack at it, because if you judge them on results, they were unbeaten in 6 games. But I think the club are trying to look a bit. Well, they had whatever reasons for it.
A bigger picture, aren't they? For if we do get promoted, is he good enough to do the same in League Two?
Yeah, I think they've been quite impressed with how he's kind of taken time out of the game and spent time doing other things and developing himself as a person. To be honest with you, I didn't really look into him beforehand. I'll be honest with you, I had a bit of prejudice against him because he was manager of Tranmere. And that was I was I don't really fancy Tranmere as ex-manager, without actually sort of doing any sort of real looking into him and stuff. I also thought he was older than he was. Because I'm a podcast host, so why should I bother doing any research into anything? Do you know what I mean? But he's only 5 years older than I am. So, he's
not 58, is he?
Shut up. He's 51. So, he's got... he's got youth on his side. He's got a lot of experience on his side. He's got success on his side. When you look at it really, with some of the knowledge available, it seems like a good appointment. And honestly, I don't care if we win every game 1-0. If we're boring Arsenal, under George Graham, who cares?
Yeah, I want to see a bit of football, because when we had that. I know we had the bad run of results under Unsworth, but when Thompson against York, we did those passing moves. It was nice to see. But you've got it. Let's put a poll out to the calls and the messages. What would you rather have? Bad football and winning games, or good football and coming second, or the playoffs? You know what I mean? It's one of them, isn't it?
It's been so long since we've had either, right? Really, we've got and we're in the bottom division as well. You have to remember, we're in the 5th division. So, all right, you do have some teams that play really well, but I mean, even now, even getting out of this division and the next division, I don't care how dirty, dull, scrappy, whatever. I don't care as long as we get out of these two divisions. Then when you start getting up to like League One, then you can start thinking about being like a really good team because you're starting to bring in actually good players. You have to remember the quality of the players that we're bringing in now. They are, I think, more than anything, they're inconsistent. I think that's the issue when you get down to this level. It's not that they're not talented. They are, of course, they're all really talented. They're all really fit. They're all, they just tend to not be quite as consistent. So I think that's why you need a really good squad. So that you can bring people in and drop people out when they need it.
What do you think for Saturday then, Gaz? It's a big derby for a manager to come into. Do you think he'll be relishing the task, or do you think there'll be a bit of nerves kicking in?
I think we'll get the 3 points. I think it always helps when we go to Rochdale. We've always got more fans than them. The crowd are up for it. The players know how much, the fans are going to probably get on the backs if they don't get a result and don't put a performance in. I genuinely believe that we'll do it, to be fair. I'm absolutely gutted I can't be there. But needs must. I need to sort of like myself out. But everyone who's going,
health comes first, mate. Health comes first and foremost, and there'll be other games, mate.
Agree. But I'll just touch on quickly. Like I think it was Tez who just said about Dickinson, weren't it? And Green going off. I watched a video on TikTok yesterday, but with training. And both of them 2 players was in training.
Well, that's a positive. We've got as you say, we've got.
And we've still not seen Dan Ward come back yet, have we? And I was having a laugh with him the other day, calling him sick note on Twitter, and I asked him direct of like when he's coming back, and he didn't give me a straight answer on it. So
I think the calf strains and calves and thighs and stuff like that, it's always a tough one. He's come back from a bad hamstring injury as well. I think it was like a grade 2 hamstring injury on the first day of the season. So it's all connected, isn't it? And he's got to get himself right. In terms of Dan Ward, what I saw him at Dorking, I was really impressed with him. And to be fair, Dan has said when he's got a few more games under his belt, he's going to come on the show as well. Dan, he's agreed to that, so that's nice of him.
Great. He seemed like a nice guy when me and Andy were there. He sort of showed us the way through to the just like helping us. Are you all right? This is the way, that kind of thing. So he seemed like a nice guy.
Yeah. So what's your score prediction for Saturday, Gaz?
I'm going to go 3-1, mate.
Ooh. And who you having for scoring, mate?
I think we're going to see something from Norwood, personally. He was the first person I seen tweet when Melon was appointed. Before most of my friends on Twitter, he was the first person that I'd actually seen tweet about it.
Right. Well, that's it. Well, that's it, mate. I hope you're out with the 3-1. I hope we get a clean sheet, in truth, because it'd be nice. But it is what it is. Just a quick note for all callers who are waiting. When you connect, it'll ask you to connect your device. If you don't want to come on and show your face, that's absolutely fine. But make sure your device connects and we can just speak to you via the camera. But we just need to see your camera first.
John, your device is not connected,
it's not connected,
why we can't bring you in.
Can't we keep kicking you out, mate. But, have you got anything else to say, Gaz, before we let you go?
Apart from everyone who's going to Rochdale, have a good one, and I'll be listening on radio or on Latics Player.
Well, mate, I hope you get well soon, and we thoughts with you, pal.
All the best, guys. Take care
of yourself, mate.
See you later.
See you, mate.
Bye-bye. Bye.
Right, should we bring Jack in?
Why not?
Young Jack.
Yeah.
Here he is.
Jack the lad.
You're on mute, Jack.
On mute, Jack.
Oh, yeah, you're all right.
Yeah, you?
How you doing, pal?
I'm all right. I'm a bit excited, to be honest. Can't wait for the game on Saturday.
Dogdale away.
Yeah.
Are you? What time are you starting drinking from, mate? I'm only joking.
I've been drinking the fruit shoots for about 11, but
fruit shoots at 11.
Best way, mate. Best way.
Yeah, definitely.
Get all that sugar into you and get yourself down to Scotland. Yeah. Did you go to Altrincham on Saturday?
No, I didn't. I was busy. I was out with my family, and I was on Twitter, refreshing every 2 minutes, making sure I haven't missed nothing.
Yeah,
that's
it's horrible, isn't it? It's horrible. Like you're out. It was when I was in Ireland, before sort of you could stream and all that, or Twitter, or like even before Twitter, not before Twitter, but anyway, years ago, like just constantly like that. And then you're waiting right towards the end, aren't you? Especially when it's 1-0, you're waiting for that last minute goal, that equaliser.
Yeah.
So many times that Oldham would concede at the end, and you're just like, oh, it totally ruins your afternoon, whatever you're doing. But there's no chance of us losing on Saturday to Dale, is there, Jack?
No, not at all. They're going to get smashed.
100% guaranteed, yeah? Is it the Jack seal of approval? Guaranteed?
You know what? Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Well, they've, like Dave, you were looking into it before, they've not won. They've won 1 in 5, is it, Rochdale?
Yeah. No, that was five.
Was that 5? No, I think it was 1 in 5. They're not on a great run of form. They lost to Hereford in the FA Cup at the weekend. They were
it was away, but they're still crap, aren't they, Hereford? Yeah, don't really care. I think Rochdale, it's always typical Latics, in it, unbeaten in 7, and it's a derby. It all goes out the window for me. Yeah, I think it's going to be a tough game. The crowd, I don't know how many they've sold, but I just hope there is no silly crowd trouble. They haven't won in the last 5 games. No. Rochdale, they've lost 3, drawn 2. And they haven't been great. They've scored. What
do you reckon of Mickey Melon, Jack? Have you looked into him at all? Have you listened to his interviews?
I've listened to his interview, and he seems to like wingers. He seems to like wingers, so I think he'll be looking to bring someone in. But he said, he's worked with Tollett, Devon Green, Norwood, and I can't remember if he said anyone else.
Yeah, definitely with those 3.
So hopefully he can get the best out of them. But obviously Norwood's a quality player anyway. Like Dave was saying, give him the ball, he'll put it in the back of the net.
Yeah, creativity, give him a chance, he's going to put it away, He
needs to be in the box.
Can't keep on dropping deep, though.
That's
what he's been doing.
He needs to be in the box more, doesn't he? He tends to drop. He wants to get involved, but he needs the runners ahead of him if he's going to get deep like that. But it's just, I think it's affecting the amount of chances he's getting on the end of.
Yeah. He's dropping in the midfield and leaving a fond up or someone up there.
I'm not saying he's at the level of Rooney was, but that when you saw Rooney when he used to play for England and he weren't getting the creativity, when we had that when we struggled in midfield for England, after Beckham had left the squad, Rooney used to have to keep coming deep and try and get involved in the midfield to try and set his own chances up. And I think that it's I think it's just frustration because he just want the ball that bad to have an opportunity. I think that's. I
mean, Harry Kane last night. I mean, and that's his game, innit? He gets deep, but he's got these amazing players getting ahead of him, and he's
Foden, Bellingham.
Yeah,
we've got Green.
Did you watch that game last night, Jack? The England game.
I watched second half of it. Yeah, I didn't watch first half, but I watched second half.
I'll tell you what, it was absolutely quality. England were brilliant. I was very, very impressed. I think Jude Bellingham is like the missing link in terms of success for England. He's the kind of player that just makes everybody better. And I think bringing it back to Latics, and obviously we're not signing Jude Bellingham, but we are just missing that one player that makes everybody better because it can make a huge difference, can't it?
This is an interesting point that Rob makes. What do you think of this, Jack? Melon is very impressive. A bit old school, but he knows his onions. What are your thoughts on that being old school and that sort of mentality? Do you think that's good or bad?
Well, if he knows how to win a game, I'm happy. But with Melon, the way he plays, he obviously, if it's not entertaining, the fans might be like, I want to see some entertaining football. But like Matt was saying, he wants to leave Bounty Park with 3 points and a smile on his face.
Exactly.
I want to play decent football, but no matter what, I want the result to be 3 points at the end of the day.
Yeah,
I'd be interested if any other callers want to call in and just say we'd rather play good football and build our footballing prowess over the results. You know what I mean? Like drawing a few games, winning a few games, but at least we're playing good football. Or do we all want to all-out win and play crap football? So.
You don't just go from it takes time.
Yeah.
Like when you're building a team, you all have to get to know each other. There has to be some consistency. You don't just chuck a load of players on a pitch and you all of a sudden all start playing great football because at this level you've got another team to play against and their job is to stop you from playing football. So it's not as easy as all that. It's like what we said. Which game was it? Well, the games against Maidenhead and Dagenham and Redditch, we didn't earn the right to play football. You've got to earn that right by winning all your battles, getting on the ball, tiring the other team out. There's lots of work you have to do.
They're not streetwise enough, are they?
It will take time. But I've got a serious question for you, Jack, actually, just based on that last thing there. Do you prefer melon or onions?
Melon.
All right. Okay, just checking. Yeah. Well, apparently Mickey Melon knows his onions.
So there we go.
But I just wondered which you preferred.
You're rubbish. You're so
I
bad.
prefer onions, me. Well, they're way more versatile than melon, aren't they?
I don't care. We're an award-winning podcast.
I mean, you wouldn't eat you wouldn't drink an onion flavored fruit shoot, would you, Jack?
Right, Jack.
No.
Anyway.
What score, Jack, on Saturday?
You know what? I'm going, with some people from Chadderton, from the Cock Club. They've asked me to give them a little shout out, The Cock Club Mafia, they told me to, and I'm going with them, so I'm hoping we get a good win.
Did they make you an offer you couldn't refuse, Jack?
Yeah, they said they'd give me 10 fruit shoots.
All right, well.
All right, well, you enjoy them, won't you? Don't forget to brush your teeth.
I know.
Yeah, I know.
Goodness sakes.
Yeah, man runs on pitch in sugar overload to attack the referee. Hope it's not you,
It
Jack.
won't be Jack. No, Jack will behave himself, won't it? Don't worry about that.
All right, mate.
Right,
well, thanks very much.
Cheers, Jack.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Let's just see here now. Melon on pizza. What?
Well, you like rag puddings, so you can get stuff
I like
from.
rag puddings, but
No,
I don't like melon on a pizza.
What's that? Hang on, what's
What are you talking about?
With liver.
With
liver and melons?
Melon and liver.
Liver
and onions, yeah, that'd be nice. I haven't had liver in ages. That's probably because it's not awfully good.
Beardy. Let's have a go at that one.
What? Can we talk about Liam Hogan's recent form? Where has that come from? Well, do you mean as in if you call in, like that's the idea? Like, yes, the answer to your question is yes, we can.
Yeah, but it's up
you'd
to
like
you,
to
Beardy.
talk about
Come
it.
on the show, mate.
Talk about it, you know.
You set the agenda.
Well-aged ham and melons is a fine meal. I think it's a fine starter.
A fine meal.
I don't know if it's so much of a meal.
A fine meal in strange ways.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
I presume that this is... Oh, no.
Go on, Jack.
Hobson, that's where... So I think that's in relation to, can we talk about Liam Hogan's recent form? I think that's probably fair. I think Hobson's form is definitely improving Hogan's form. He's probably given him a bit more confidence, having Hobson playing against him.
Yeah.
Right, well, we've only got one more caller.
And John Bramall, you won't connect your device, for goodness sake. If you don't connect your device, you can't come on the show.
John, connect your brain and connect your device.
Yeah.
Kicking you out again.
Connect the dots.
Right, Michael.
The right honourable.
Look at Michael, the coziest Oldham fan in the whole world.
Looks like a rapper, doesn't he? From one of those videos.
How are you, mate?
All right.
Yeah, you.
Are you warm enough?
Yeah, I am.
You're lucky. I might get one of them, you know.
They are the best thing I've ever bought in the world. Yeah. Actually, best thing ever.
It looks, man. I wonder if you can get lattice ones. If any is watching from the club, Jimmy, Darren.
Do you know what? I bet they'd sell them in the winter.
Of course they would, yeah. I've often wondered at Boundary Park, and it's another thing, why they don't come round. You know, like you go around with selling ice cream at the cinema. Go around the stands in the winter selling gloves and scarves and hats, because I've been there loads of times and I'm like, I forgot something and I'm freezing. Like, just go around.
They should do caps in the summer. Do you remember when I sent the programme to get me a cap and they don't have any caps? But
and maybe a liver and onions as well, a slice of melon.
And some beef paste.
Anyway, we're going off on tangents this week. What have you called up to talk about, Michael?
About Saturday.
Yeah, you excited?
Yeah, but unfortunately I couldn't get a ticket, so at home.
You said, they sold out quicker than Live Aid, didn't they?
Yeah, and I'm still waiting for the actual figures, but that's the rumour.
Yeah.
I was sat in my classroom. I went and got a laptop, logged on, and the website didn't working. So I logged back on 2 hours after, and they were sold out.
Yeah, I know, it was crazy.
Just get one in the Rochdale, and not that I'm condoning that sort of behaviour, but you just have to like.
Well, that's what I was thinking of doing, but I don't know.
I wouldn't now because you're going to be live on YouTube, so they'll probably recognise you.
When apparently Rochdale's security team watch this show just to keep an eye on who's wearing fleecy hoodie things and things like that. So what do you reckon? Are we guaranteed to win? I mean, I just can't see any other result. I think we're just guaranteed to go there and smash them, aren't we?
I can't see us losing that game. If we went to Rochdale and lost that game, then it just gives him a bad reputation straight away.
Does it?
Sack him.
I think it does.
I think he's got to go.
Are you joking?
No, because if you go to Rochdale and lose your first game and it's a derby, it gives you a bad reputation.
That's what he's up against. The standards are very high, aren't they?
I know. I just think that's unrealistic, personally. But I for one I was dubious over Melon's appointment. I was, but out of the candidates, Gary Bowyer, and looking at it in retrospect, Steve Thompson, Melon's got the pedigree and the more success. So he is.
I wouldn't have got rid of Stevie until after Rochdale.
Really?
I think
because bring a manager in. If you bring a manager in when it's a derby and it's the first game, it's automatic pressure.
Because you'll thrive under that though, as a manager. You don't want to play Oxford City away, would you?
He said he's well up for it.
I can see where he's really up for it, but we have D-head fans.
Yeah. All clubs do, though, to be fair.
Where the fans will just turn around and go, "Oh, he's shit. Let go of him. Let's send him away."
Well, you just said that his reputation will be ruined if he loses. So, yeah, no, I think that.
I don't. It won't be. It'll just go bad on his reputation, but it won't. Obviously, I'll stick by him. But
that's good of you. After one game.
I think everyone just goes into overdrive. Don't get me wrong, it's a derby. Everyone's emotions are running high. If it was let's say if it was Maidenhead at home, it wouldn't be that. Probably like, oh yeah, good, best of luck to him.
Yeah.
And if you got a draw, you think, oh well, it's a draw, first game, he's unbeaten. But if it's a derby, coming in from a seven match unbeaten record, and if he loses the game, it's not great. It's not ideal. However, it's going to be.
The thing is,
I just don't know.
They've gone for this appointment now because, like last time with David Unsworth, he was unproven, and they had a vision and it didn't work. Steve Thompson and Neil Redfern, as experienced as they are in football, and they are no doubt really experienced and good coaches and all that kind of stuff, still didn't have the track record of being the manager who has won the promotions. They've been involved in promotions and things like that, but they were never the one that was the top dog at each club. So with this appointment, they've gone for, well, they can turn around and say, if it doesn't work, well, the credentials were there. And that's what you can only hire someone based on either on potential or credentials. And Mike Williamson's gone to MK Dons this week on potential.
Yeah.
So they've taken that a bit of a gamble there.
And that was my choice.
I'm glad we didn't get any manager who was prepared to go to MK Dons now, so I'm okay with that. But so it's either potential or it's credentials, and they've gone for credentials and experience and proven record. You can't argue with that. That's a perfectly logical approach, and you would imagine that someone like Mickey Mellon could have gone to other jobs in the league. You would imagine with those credentials, with that success. He said he really wanted this job. I believe him when he did. I think it is a great job. I think Unsworth, when he came in, thought it was a fantastic opportunity. I thought Redfern and Thompson looked at it and thought this is a fantastic opportunity. They obviously come in, they've spoke to the recruitment people at the board, thought that the setup was really good. The facilities, everything about this job is brilliant. But
it's his first game's a derby.
But if he loses on Saturday, he's got to go. There's just no doubt about it. Pressure.
Yeah, it is pressure.
Yeah, massive.
But what does pressure make?
Pressure makes diamonds.
Pressure makes paste. So what's your prediction then? Come on.
I'm going for a 2-0 win.
Yeah.
Not a 1-0 defeat and sacking.
Do you think he's going to set up? Do you think he's going to set up an attacking team, Michael? Do you think he's going to go for the win, or do you think he'll sort of be a bit cagey and a bit more defensive?
I hope not.
I'd just say go all out. Get an attacking side, just go all out.
He's got to set his stall out with the fans quite quickly, hasn't he, as well? So it's
Well, he's got to win the game. That's what he's got to do. It's like on Saturday against Altrincham, Paul Murray set up the team to be, really well organised, defensive, brick wall. Like who was it who said about in the interview about pressing when they got to the halfway line? They knew what they were doing, and it worked. And yeah, it wasn't an all-out attacking, fantastic performance with the ball, but it was effective. And at the end of the day, we've got to go to Rochdale and win. That's all that matters.
Well, yeah, if we win, we'll go above Rochdale as well. So it's all to play for, isn't it?
Yeah, and it will be. I think it's going to be one of them games. It's probably going to start off a bit cagey, and it won't be blood and thunder from the beginning. But who knows what effect it's going to have on the players, because they're going to walk out. We're in that stand opposite the tunnel. They're going to walk out onto the pitch, and the atmosphere is just going to be electric.
Well, some of them are playing for the place as well. They want to impress the manager.
Well, they all are, aren't they?
Yeah, so no one's guaranteed a spot, and he'll be looking at the weak areas, hopefully, of what needs to be developed. And if they're not up to the standard, they're gone. That's what Clarkey said. If you're not up to his standards, you are gone. That is it. You know what I mean? So
me?
No, Peter Clark said that
if you're not up to my standards,
yeah, you're gone.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, that's fair enough. Michael, thanks for your call, mate.
Cheers.
Hey, you never know, you might get a ticket. I'm just going to put this. I'm not encouraging any Oldham fans to go into the Rochdale End. I'm just putting this up there for public service information. There for a second.
So yeah, that's why I'm waiting until Saturday morning, because
when Saturday comes,
some people.
Well, Michael did say off air, if anyone has got a spare ticket, he will pay £500 for the ticket, didn't you, Michael? So.
Yeah. Well, we get commission though, don't we? 20%.
I'm the rep. 20% each.
Yeah. Right, take care, Michael.
Cheers, mate.
See you in a bit.
See you, mate.
Bye.
Right, so we're gonna wind it up for the night now, because the callers. What else is happening tonight?
I think
entertainment wise, not that this is entertainment. I wouldn't classify this as entertainment. This is more educational, isn't it, Dave? What do you say? While you're looking there, Dave, here, you know what? So now, Dave, fans can buy us a coffee. How do you like your coffee?
Like an ice cream, white frothy latte.
Latte. So if you want to buy Dave a
latte,
then you can go to buymeacoffee.com/OAFC podcast. I'll just take mine black. There's lots of exciting football going on tonight, isn't there?
Tell you what, it's in the Cymru Premier. It's Connors Key Nomads 1, Ballatown 1.
Right.
And then in the Lowland League, we've got East Kilbride versus Linlithgow Rose at 1 apiece.
Right.
East Stirlingshire and Cumbernauld Colts at 2-0 to Cumbernauld.
Careful how you pronounce some of those words there.
Cumbernauld. Edinburgh University 0. Gallifreydine.
Okay.
Yeah, whatever.
Up. Right.
Yeah.
Don't forget, on the 22nd of December, we're having our Christmas do. Yeah. And I know it's a long way away, but you've got to be organised. It's that Mad Friday. When people are asking you to go to like crappy Christmas do's and work things that you want to get out of.
Bowling, laser
just
quest.
say, no, I can't. I'm going to the Bounty Park Alert System Christmas do on the 22nd.
You've all got to chip in for the meal, 12 quid
organised.
each.
Yeah, forget that. 12 quid each.
Well, people just do it,
for
don't
a meal.
A supplement.
Where are you going for your meal?
And 15 if you want steak. No, work pay, and then you have to pay for your own meal. Forget that.
All right. Well, go to the Boundary Park Alert System Christmas do, where you have to pay for your own meal and your own booze.
No, there's a.
Well, yeah, it's included, isn't it? Pie supper. Yeah.
Pie supper.
Pie supper. You have to buy your own pints. You have to buy me a pint. You have to buy him a pint. But apart from that, it'd be a lot of entertainment and a great night. Craig has got his tickets for Christmas do.
Thanks, Craig.
That's great. Well done, Craig. Thank you very much.
And they are selling quite fast, aren't they?
I mean, literally at a rate of knots, Dave. Yeah. But, plan ahead. Thank you for listening to the Boundary Park Alert System, a QPod production hosted and produced weekly by Matt Dean, Andy Halliwell and Dave Bradley. QPod is Oldham's only dedicated podcast production company, and if you'd like to learn more about how podcasting can help take your brand to the next level, visit kupod.co.uk. A huge thank you goes to all those people who subscribe to the podcast on Spotify. We really appreciate you all. Please visit oafcpodcast.co.uk and click Be a Supporter or find the link in the show notes if you'd like to help help us fund the show. It's only $2.99 per month to subscribe, but if you'd rather make a one-off donation, please visit buymeacoffee.com/OAFC podcast or click the link on our website. Don't miss the Latics Football Phone-In every Wednesday live from 8:30pm. Please visit youtube.com/@OAFC podcast and do hit subscribe while you are there. You can also follow and interact with us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and TikTok @OAFC Podcast. Big thanks go to Eileen Finnegan for writing our excellent weekly blog, which we encourage you to read on our website every Saturday morning, and also to Paul Prendergast for providing us with all the Latics Mind questions. The title music for the show is by Manchester DJ and producer Starion, and for more information visit bandcamp.com/Red Laser Records. If you'd like to be a guest or contribute to the show, we would love to hear from you. Until then, see you next time.